Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark, joined by co-host Jeff.
What up, Mark? How you doing today?
It's another day that ends in Y.
Yes. That is a proper answer to the question I levied.
Hey. I like to hit the nail on the head when you ask me questions. And so I'm going to ask you a question. Jeff?
Hey.
What's our theme this month?
Our theme this month doesn't make any damn sense. And it's hard to explain in one sentence. Like, sometimes we could explain it in one word. Vampires. Or wrestling. Nope. This time we decided pick a movie by my favorite actress. That's what I'm going to call it. My favorite being Charlize Theron. Therefore, Mark had to pick Charlize Theron films, and he picked Emma Stone as his favorite. And I have to pick Emma Stone films. Makes sense? Good. Great. All right. So, this week, Mark selected Bombshell from 2019, starring the aforementioned Charlize Theron, as well as Nicole Kidman and Margot Robbie, as well as John Lithgow, who is one of the main players, and Kate McKinnon is in this as well. It is the story of the downfall of Roger Ailes at Fox News because of his various sexual escapades and assaults.
Yeah, so you had never seen this.
That's incorrect.
Oh, I had never seen this.
That's correct.
So why did you pick this one?
I didn't. Oh, God, do you not know how this works?
Oh, shit.
You picked this. You did. You said, I got to pick. Like, I just explained the whole thing to you. Right at the top. Not only did I explain it to you, you're one of the people who helped come up with the idea.
That's
and yet
correct.
Here we are in the second week, and you've forgotten completely how this works. This is the worst theme of all time.
I was reading up on the 3 Oscar nominations this film received. Yeah, so I had never seen this film, and that's why I picked it. But Jeff, what your overall thoughts?
So this is my second viewing, and I enjoyed it the first time, and I think I enjoyed it even more the second time. I caught a little more of the nuance of what was going on here and followed the story a little more better. More better.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how you say that.
Yeah.
And I found it to be a great piece of acting from Charlize Theron, as well as the Oscar that they did win was for makeup, and that makeup, I think, is... there are some hits. I think Charlize Theron looks just like Megyn Kelly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's some misses, like the guy they doctored up to look like Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of weak. And then, like, Hannity, at least they didn't try to do him too much. But then they had the guy who played Giuliani, and that looked weird. So... I don't know, like it's hit or miss with the makeup for me. I think it's a definite hit on Charlize Theron, maybe a bit on Nicole Kidman. It's kind of hard to make Nicole Kidman not look like Nicole Kidman.
Right.
She has very distinct features. But all that aside, I still think it's a really well-acted movie. I think, and did John Lithgow get nominated? Because I thought
he did not.
He should have been one of the nominees because he's really good on this as well. So Margot Robbie and Charlize Theron both got nominated.
Yeah, and so like I knew about this movie, and I knew kind of the story behind it when it came out, and it's weird how when like films try to take current events and make them into films, not that far removed from the current event.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like the story here is very, you have to have a vested interest in Fox News and
or
Roger
against
Ailes.
Fox News, right? I
or
think
against,
if you
right.
hate
Yes,
Fox
yeah.
News, you're probably going to like this. But I think
Correct.
if you like Fox News, maybe you're not. You know,
Maybe you hate it,
you'd be
right.
like, yeah, you're going to see a lot of people supporting this guy who's pretty shitty.
Well, and that's so. My interest in this story was very surface level because, like, I really don't care about Roger Ailes. I don't care about the Fox News empire. I don't care about Rupert Murdoch. Ultimately, I don't care about all these people, Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity. All these people don't matter to me. Is because
hot takes.
Of just right, but it's just my beliefs in what the misinformation that they peddle.
Yes.
And so it was hard for me to get into this story in the film. And I agree with everything you said. It's very well acted. John Lithgow's makeup is great. He's almost unrecognizable other than his voice.
Right.
And it's just
his makeup is so good. I wonder if he just gained weight for the role,
right. But like, I didn't really care about. I wish the film was just solely Megyn Kelly, Charlize Theron. I really didn't care about I cared by the end of the movie. I did care a little bit about Margot Robbie, but like Nicole Kidman, I didn't care anything about her character. I don't even know who that lady is. Gretchen, whatever. But like
Gretchen Carlson,
right? I had no idea who she is. I had no idea.
I
that
didn't
she was
either because I thought she was Greta Van Susteren for a bit, but then Greta Van Susteren shows up in the movie later, which these are all different Fox News anchors, but I was familiar with a handful of them.
Yeah, and so like when the movie brings in a new face and they put the name, like on the bottom of the screen, like half of them, I'm like, okay, who the fuck's that?
It's Greta Van Susteren.
Right.
Neil Cavuto.
Yeah, I just like Megyn Kelly is quite her character here is quite obviously the most interesting and the most well-defined character. Margot Robbie's character, she gets interesting at a certain point, but
so from my understanding, the character is a fictional character made to sort of represent what women went through, seeing the process sort of as it happens of how he does his leching.
Yeah, I just like it's her character is very like to me just very on the surface, no real depth to it until a certain point.
You get this idea that she even says she's an evangelical.
Right.
And but then she has sex with a woman,
right?
A quarter of the way through the film, who was played by Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's like, okay, there's something going on here. Like, she does believe in Fox News. This is the station she wants to be at, or the cable network she wants to be at. She doesn't want to be at CNN or MSNBC or any of those. She wants to be here. So she believes in the messaging. And yet says she's not gay, but she has sex with a woman. I'm not a botanist, but at the very least, you're bisexual or pansexual or whatever the proper term is.
I just think gay is a spectrum.
You said that last week.
I do.
Regardless, she's not what I would consider straight.
She's not conservative.
Well, she is politically.
Maybe.
And
that's kind of my problem with this film is that it very much wants to stay out of the political realm, but it takes place in a very political charged atmosphere.
Right, it's the 2016 election.
Right.
I mean,
but it shies away from really any type of political messaging other than, Trump's kind of a piece of shit. And ultimately, I think that's kind of why this movie got made. But it just like there's a lot in this film that I'm like, yeah, okay, I want to see more of that, or I want to learn more about Megyn Kelly. Like I'm very like this film wanted me. I didn't do it, but at the end of it, I was like, damn, I need to go learn more about Megyn Kelly and where she falls in a lot of shit, because this film made her seem like she was a kind of a pioneer for maybe the Me Too type movement, and and I want to know more about that. I want to know more, because all I've heard ever about Megyn Kelly is that she's just this Fox News puppet, and this movie paints a very different picture. And so I really don't know how true all that is, but it at least causes her character and how it's written caused me to think that, like, hey, maybe there's more to Megyn Kelly than what I know of her or what I've heard of her. And if that's the point of the film, then it did its job. But I just like, it's very hit and miss for me. I really enjoyed the performances across the board here. I just thought the story was just a little, and John Lithgow's so good in this, but he's in the movie only a handful. And like, he's a good villain. And he's somebody that I wanted to see more of, but I didn't get enough of him. And so that kind of, made me question how good the movie is because, like, Megyn Kelly's only in it for chunks. And then John Lithgow, Roger Ailes is only in it for chunks. And then I got to worry about Margot Robbie and Nicole Kidman's character. I was like, I don't really care about those people.
So you wouldn't recommend it? Just, we're done?
No, I mean, this type of film makes me question a lot of motives behind why a film gets made, and if it's to highlight all the shit that was happening in Fox News, back in this time, well, we really didn't get real deep into it. And like, we didn't really learn a whole lot about Roger Ailes, and like how we got a snapshot. This is a film at just a moment of time, and Roger Ailes is, kind of running of this corporation, and like, we got this snapshot, and like, I want to know more about who he is and why he was doing these things, and we just get this kind of
because he's horny and he's ugly. I think they pretty much summed that up. And he's in a position of power.
I mean, that's it, right? But I mean, we can still tell, entertaining, actual, stories about these people without. We don't have to paint them as like. And I understand why maybe certain things weren't done in this movie, because they don't want to highlight the actual, shit that he did, the way he made people feel and all that. But, we can still tell a story and still tell everybody that he's a fucking bad dude. And I just think the movie suffers because the film shies away from a lot of that. It's just his villain-esque performance is very surface level. And I think there's likely more to Roger Ailes than just, he sits in a chair and tells women to hike up their skirts.
Much like that song.
Which one?
From the Hike Up Your Skirt a Little More. Why was that band? Dave Matthews. That was an important fucking digression there.
You digressed. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I mean, so I know you're not overtly political, but I mean, what did you think of the setting here and the story, and Roger Ailes versus the 2016 election versus Megyn Kelly being painted as this bad person for essentially her persecution of Trump. What do you think about all that?
I thought it was all very interesting. The the politics of, what the news airs, and because whether Trump likes it or not, and how they react as opposed to just reporting. That interests me. I thought that a lot of the recreations of real events were pretty great. I thought it was weird that they chose to, at some points, show real pictures of the people.
Right. I did
And
too.
then at other points, they used new pictures of the actors as those people. And so it was a weird thing. I did like the tone of the film as well. I liked that there was some fourth wall breaking from the characters.
Yeah.
I thought that really kind of gave it a little charm, as opposed to just having it be a movie that's just a heavy topic, because I don't think the movie's just about the sexual assault. It's actually kind of about the network and how it works at the time under Roger Ailes. And I think the movie just also kind of shows you that even though Roger Ailes is gone, shit really isn't changing. At least that's what the attitude of the movie presents. That when Rupert Murdoch? Yeah, when Rupert Murdoch shows up, Margot Robbie is like, well, fuck it, I'm out of here. Things are not changing. And I liked the story a lot. I found it very entertaining. There weren't any lulls. Some of the things about the production meetings I enjoyed as well. And I thought it was an interesting sort of look at how fake news is made. How news is made. Shit.
I do like the Gretchen, Nicole Kidman's like her kind of chess playing with the lawsuit.
Yeah.
And how that played out, and just how it was presented, and then the network kind of playing checkers to her chess. I did, and then I don't mean for me to make it sound like I
sound like you hate this.
Because I didn't. I guess like knowing that this this got some award buzz, and not really knowing a whole lot about the characters. I guess I was thinking that this was going to be more dialed in to like a specific character. I realize there's 3 people on the poster for this film, and the film's called Bombshell, which alludes to ladies with blonde hair, or they're very attractive.
I think it's a double meaning here. They are blonde bombshells, but also
right. The bombshell is Roger Ailes was
assaulting
women, right?
Right.
But I guess I thought this movie was going to be Megyn Kelly's story, and it was just a part of that, and I didn't really I didn't care for Margot Robbie's character, and it's well acted. I didn't have any faults with how the character's portrayed. I just didn't care for the character. I actually cared more about what's the lesbian chick, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah,
I actually cared more about her character than I did.
Even though she's like, her character had some interesting things, because when Margot Robbie first starts to talk to her about what happened with her and Roger Ailes, she just is sort of like, I'm not the best person to talk to about this. And that essentially ends their friendship in that moment. And they don't really talk the rest of the movie till near the end. And yet you find out she's a Democrat that's voting for Hillary. And And that's kind of interesting. So she's also got this I need to keep my job mentality. And that seems for her to take more precedent over her morals, like listening to a friend and,
All right.
That sort of thing. And she willingly provides, talking points to Bill O'Reilly,
Yeah. And like, I wish, and I guess what I'm really getting at is that I wish this film had highlighted certain other characters rather than focusing on. And I get it; they got to focus on Nicole Kidman's character because she's the one that started the entire thing.
She's arguably she's not arguably. She is the catalyst for what is to come, right? Because if her stuff doesn't happen, then you don't have this trickle.
Yeah. Megyn Kelly doesn't choose to take the actions that she took.
I thought it was interesting too, her relationship with Roger Ailes in the movie, because throughout most of the film, there's this sort of mentory sort of thing. Like there's no, in the way Megan treats him, there's no ill will. At times there's respect. And you don't really know, unless you know what happened going in, that she was a victim as well. And so I thought that was well played as part of the story.
Yeah, it is overall it is entertaining. And like, and it's not long at all. It's like an hour 45, I think.
49, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very breezy watch. There isn't any lulls like you would expect in kind of a biopic-ish type thing.
For a movie about office drama, there's a lot of interest here. A behind-the-scenes look at Fox News during this time, we couldn't help but be interesting.
No, right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, there's... I would argue there's probably more interesting people that were at Fox News at the time. Like, I get Megyn Kelly was very much in the limelight because of her interview with Trump. But, what transpired afterwards and all that. Like Time Magazine, I read Time Magazine named her like 2016 or 2017's one of Time's most influential 100 people. I mean, it's wild. I don't know. The film left me wanting more, and it's a good watch. I don't really have anything bad to say about it other than that, I wish different decisions were made in the storytelling. But if you're gonna watch it, it's you're not gonna walk away being like, oh, that movie sucked.
That is a ringing endorsement. We'll put that on the poster. You're not gonna walk away going, oh, that movie sucked. Well, let me buy a ticket.
Well, it's just, I don't know.
I think you have unresolved feelings about this film.
I don't know if they're unresolved. It's just like
they haven't unsubstantiated. They haven't. You pour concrete, but it takes a while to get solid. And your opinion about this film is in that amorphous place.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to get to the right consistency where I can put my hands in it. Maybe draw my name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Is that it? Is that it?
That's it. It's always like it's hard to bounce back from just a lukewarm reception to a film. Like, what else do you say? You're like,
no, but you liked this film.
Yeah.
You found it was interesting.
I think
is there any part of the movie that you didn't like?
I did mention some of the makeup gets a little wonky. But generally speaking, I enjoyed almost all of it. I found the acting to be great. I really like There's a moment where they're watching her have her second interview with Trump, and her husband's like, you basically absolved him, and her idea is she just wants this sort of shit fest to be over. Who can blame her? You don't want everyone hating you, but you took on Trump, and people are going to hate you if you pick a side, I guess. And what's interesting is because I don't know for sure, but my assumption would be that Megyn Kelly is a conservative. But of course, at the time when she did the Trump interview, he was sort of like this long shot, right? Initially, no one actually thought Trump was gonna,
right,
win even the nomination, much less the presidency. And then at that point, it's why the shit kind of hit the fan for her. So, I just think it's an interesting time. It was an interesting peek behind the curtain of how the politics within Fox News was working at the time, and the influential nature of Roger Ailes on the product, and then how when he was gone, it didn't really change. Same shit, different guy running it.
Didn't Rupert Murdoch get in trouble too?
No, I don't think so. He's too rich to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He's like the top 5 richest people, right?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it would make sense if he owns Fox.
Well, and he owns like all of the media in Australia.
Yeah.
Let's see. Top richest people in the world. Let's see here. Top 10 as of September. Elon Musk how the fuck is Elon Musk the richest person in the world?
What are you talking about? That man is getting billions of dollars from the U.S. government. Right.
Yeah, but then he shouldn't go to him. Warren Buffett, Bernard Art.
I don't know if you understand how billionaires work.
I don't. So actually, he's not even on the Rupert Murdoch's not even on the top 10. Interesting. Bezos is still second. Huh.
Where's Gates on that?
7.
Slipping.
Interesting. Oh, real-time list of billionaires. Let's see.
Yes, it's fine.
Let's search for Rupert. Rupert Murdoch is 96. He's only worth $20 billion. What a loser.
Whoa. All right.
What an absolute loser.
Megyn Kelly is a registered independent.
Okay.
I wonder when that changed.
Probably when she left Fox News.
Probably, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah.
So like this type of stuff it just drives me bonkers, man. Is because there are people that would like murder other people because of shit that they hear on Fox News. And like these people that are on Fox News that peddle this biased misinformation are just actors, right? They're just playing a part. And it is absolutely wild for me to think about like anybody at Fox News currently or in the past that once said crazy off the wall shit that wasn't true and they knew it, but they were just saying it because, it got runtime or clicks or whatever. And then they leave and they're like, okay, it's time to give that gig up. Let me shed my fakeness. And it's just like, God, why can't we just be authentic?
Get along. Oh,
why can't we just be authentic?
Why can't we just tell the truth and allow people to make their own decisions?
It hasn't bothered me so much this election cycle. Just simply because I think I'm just like immune to the bullshit that's been happening. It's happening again, but like man, 2020 was a wild time. Make a fucking movie about politics in the pandemic.
There'll be a pandemic film at some point, right?
Oh yeah. But I want to watch a movie about the election during the pandemic and how just people just lost their fucking minds, and just like the wild misinformation that was being peddled by the president. In regards to this virus,
everything he said.
Yeah, I don't know. It is so, and it's wild. And another wild thing to me is that there is a good chunk of this country, the United States, that are ready to bring him back. And it's like, what are we doing?
I don't know. It confuses me. I know what I'm doing this November, and it will be voting for the person who will most likely keep Trump out of office.
I think the real message here is, hey, get out and vote.
Yeah, vote for Kamala Harris. Just go out and I can't speak for Mark, but I'm endorsing Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I agree with your sentiment of whoever keeps Trump out of office, but I just don't know enough about her political shit, nor do I really care, honestly. Are
you a political atheist now?
No. She's more, Biden was very moderate. And I think that's why, more people tolerated him, because he was very moderate, but Harris is very far left.
I'd be interested to find out how you feel that that's the case.
Just from what I know about...
why is that a problem? But anyway, let's not, do we really want to have a political discussion? Do we?
It's about a political movie.
Or do we want to talk about the fact that the 31st richest man in the world is Giovanni Ferrero, and he got that rich by making chocolates. He also owns Nutella.
Oh, that's dope. Like, pay me billions of dollars and I'll fucking make chocolate. Let's go.
How about make chocolate and we'll pay you billions of dollars?
Yeah.
But it has to be good. You have to come up with something as good as Nutella.
Nutella's all right? It's all right.
I kind of agree.
It's just like, I got to be in the mood, right? It's not like peanut butter where I can just slap that shit on some bread and put some jelly on it. I got to be in the mood for some Nutella. Peanut butter is by far the better product.
I agree.
Who's the guy that
peanut butter
invented
milkshakes?
Oh, I haven't had peanut butter milkshake in...
Oh my gosh. We got to go out and get peanut butter milkshakes.
But who's the guy that invented peanut butter? Why is he on that fucking list?
Isn't that George Washington Carver?
Isn't that George Peanut Butter?
No, George Washington Carver. Who invented peanut butter? John Harvey Kellogg.
Wait, the cereal guy?
Oh, I said, here's the thing. Did George Washington Carver invent peanut butter? He's known as the Peanut Butter Man, or the Peanut Man, but did he actually create it?
Well,
it doesn't look like he did. Darn it.
I hate the internet.
He was super into making peanuts do like cool stuff. He's a really smart peanut guy.
Making peanuts do cool things.
Well, I don't know. There's like science behind it. George Washington Carver created more than 300 products from a peanut plant, but is often remembered for the one he didn't invent, peanut butter.
Can you imagine being memorialized in that way?
Yeah, not making peanut butter.
You did all this crazy wild shit with peanuts. And the motherfucking
he's
Google.
Kind of an amazing guy because he was born into slavery. And then, he just got really into peanuts and lived his life, doing stuff with peanuts science-wise.
People are weird, bro.
Read about him. He's cool.
No,
They should
bro.
make a movie about George Washington Carver.
But
if there isn't one
imagine being this crazy, super smart, like just inventor slash scientist slash just everything, and fucking Google tells you that your bitch ass ain't gonna be remembered because you didn't invent peanut butter.
Yeah. How about this? Hey, so someone told me this and I checked it out. If you ask ChatGPT how many R's are in the word strawberry, it will say 2.
At least one off, right? Or 3. How many R's are in strawberry?
There's 3, right?
Yeah,
STR, and then berry is 2.
Yeah.
And then I asked it raspberry, and it said 2 as well.
So
the rule of thumb here, and I think the message of this episode is do your research.
Yeah,
But, also know who's writing the stuff because everything is biased. But anyway.
That's true. You know what's not biased? Is this fucking podcast and hitting the subscribe button when
you. Sorry.
Just make sure you hit the subscribe button when it pops up if you're watching here on YouTube. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your favorite social media platforms, we're at Movie Draft House. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. So give us a like, follow, and a subscribe. And if you want to follow Jeff and be like, hey, Jeff, fuck you.
Whoa.
Follow him at Podcast by Jeff.
What's funny is joke's on you, bitches, because I got some news for you.
Oh?
I deactivated my Twitter account.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go to Podcast by Jeff. Let me have it. I won't see it. Douchebags.
Well, if you want to follow Mark on...
You know what? I'll take care of that, but you know why I quit? Because Elon Musk's damn algorithm always feeding me horse shit. Like, he politically changed the algorithm. I just feel like that's the case based on what happened. Anyway,
the man bought the social media platform so he could peddle misinformation. Like, what are we doing? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if you want to get in touch with Mark and tell him where he can eat a dick, you can do so on Twitter at I Heard You Liked.
Where is that?
That's I don't know, but somebody knows, and they're going to be able to get in touch with you to let you know where that is.
I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, what are we watching next week, Jeff?
So next week, we're going to take, it's going to be a little bit lighter of an episode because you, notice how I know the difference. You selected the live action prequel to 101 Dalmatians.
That's not
Cruella.
correct. You selected that movie, sir.
Shit! Damn it!
This might be the worst thing we've ever done.
That was an honest mistake. Well, I selected from 2021 Cruella, starring Emma Stone, as well as Emma Thompson. And I have not seen it. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
Okay, we've now established that neither of us has seen it, and I picked the film. Therefore, the mystery is solved.
Anyways, join us next week as we watch a live action Disney film that is well regarded, I think, in the film realm. So I'm looking forward to it. Jeff's looking forward to it. I already know. And Jeff, any last words?
Nope, none.